Attingham Park is a sprawling estate in the heart of the Severn Valley. It has a history that spans centuries, but it was Humphry Repton who had a profound impact on the look of the estate. The landscape designer was commissioned by Thomas, the second Lord Berwick, to redesign the landscape at Attingham, and Repton's plan was to create a harmonious balance between the natural landscape and the severely neoclassical architecture of the hall itself. Repton's plan included the creation of several lakes on the estate, and the deer park at Attingham was also groundbreaking as he introduced a new concept known as naturalisation. This approach involved creating a landscape that looked natural and untouched, even though it was carefully designed and managed. Attingham's estate has been shaped, of course, by the rivers that converge on it, the Tern and the Severn. The rich, productive soil in this fertile valley of the two rivers provided water, food and transport from the time of Attingham's earliest settlers, with lots of evidence of human activity from Iron Age field systems and Bronze Age barrows to the Roman city of Viraconium, now known as Wroxeter, and Saxon palaces. Built for the first Lord Berwick in 1785 and replacing Tern Hall, Attingham Hall and its beautiful parkland have been owned by one family for more than 160 years. The hall was designed by George Stewart. It's the only remaining example of a country house by Stewart and has sometimes been criticised for its tall and narrow neoclassical proportions. However, set in its marvellous landscape and framed by the rivers Tern and Severn, it provides exactly the sweeping panoramic views that we expect from the show-off country estates of the super-rich of the 18th century and beyond. Although the Berwick family used the River Tern as the site for an ironworks in the 1700s, it has long been a green space, especially since the Berwicks cleared the village, moving out the locals to build their new mansion. The park is now a designated site of special scientific interest due to its being home to many rare species of invertebrates. Apparently, the amount of deadwood left by fallen trees around the parkland makes it the perfect habitat for a variety of different species, but primarily beetles. It all seems a million miles away from Berwick's work with William Pitt to bring the East India Company under greater political control back in the day. At the time, the rampaging private company had seized control of large parts of India and colonised big chunks of Southeast Asia. At its peak, the company was the largest corporation in the world and had its own armed forces bigger than the British Army, and had risen to account for half of the world's trade. And you think Google and Microsoft are a problem? But Berwick's political and financial reward led to the building of Attingham and everything we see today. It's not a pretty story rooted in rampant colonialism and greed, but it's true of so many great houses and their builders and their previous occupants. Simply, such large-scale spending rarely comes out of honest hard work.